Crochet, and today we're going to hop right on into the best apps to help you create content for your social media platforms. This video is going to be very beginner friendly, especially for my new business owners, so make sure that you're ready to download some apps. So let's get right on into it. So to have the perfect feed on any platform, especially your Instagrams and TikToks and YouTube, you want to make sure that you have some form of planning app, something that'll help you plan and coordinate this content. So what I recommend, here's my top 3. Notion. I personally use Notion. I love it. It's so customizable. Number 2, I would say, is Airtable. I previously used Airtable before I used Notion, and I loved it. It got everything I needed to get done, but once I found Notion, especially when I figured they had a student discount, it was over because Notion was just so customizable to every need that I want. But Airtable is definitely up there in one of the best planning apps, and it's a little easier to work and understand in the beginning than Notion, because Notion does have a learning curve. Now, my third one is my least favorite of them all, and it's Trello. I personally do not like Trello for myself. However, a lot of my friends use Trello, and Trello does work. Now, let's move on to my favorite section. I just threw this in there because I couldn't wait to tell y'all. My favorite section is photo editing. I love editing a great photo. I think that it just does something for a brand, for a business, for an influencer, for whoever. I just love photo editing. So my first and favorite app that I use is Lightroom. I love Lightroom. I love a good preset. If I remember, I'll try to link presets in the description box. If I forget, somebody remind me. But I love Lightroom. Lightroom is so lit. You can do just about everything and literally like change a photo completely in Lightroom. Before I was using Lightroom, I was using Snapseed. Snapseed is my next app that I would recommend. Snapseed is a great app. The double exposure tool goes crazy and it works wonders, but there's just something a little that Lightroom just gives me. Now, my third favorite, and I use this all the time, is Facetune. Now, I know this sounds funny. It's like, girl, you tuning your face? No, they have a bomb whitening feature, and it just brings luxury to a photo. So I love using Facetune for simply that. Also, I use Facetune to just do quick little edits and color pops in certain areas. Now, next, I would recommend VSCO. VSCO is one of my personal favorites. I have used VSCO before, and it does work, and they do have some great themes and presets already built into the app that you can use. However, it's just something about Lightroom. I'm 100% biased. Now, next, I would say I use Photoshop, especially for like my travel photos and things. Now, with this whole 2020, I ain't been able to travel, but 2019, y'all can see I was going just about everywhere if you go check out my Instagram. And my favorite thing to do is Photoshop somebody right on out my photo. There's no more days of me saying, excuse me, can you scoot over a little bit so I can get this photo? I don't want you to be in my photo. Nope, I just Photoshop them on out. Boom. And then next, and what people least think about, is just using your Photos app on your phone. The Photos app on your phone is getting so much better, and they have like different things that you can do in the app now that you couldn't do like 2-3 years ago. So check it out, and sometimes when you just need a quick edit, it's just so much simpler to just boop, hit edit, boop, boop, and you're done. All the apps I've mentioned so far, except Photoshop, are free. However, they do have paid versions. So for instance, I pay for Lightroom. I actually pay for a Lightroom Photoshop combo, and then I use the free version of Facetune. So you don't have to pay for every app. And every app has some form of a free version, but you don't have to pay for it at all, that you can utilize the app with and still get some of the amazing features the apps has to offer. Now, comment down below if you use any of the apps mentioned in this video, especially if you have a coupon code or a way that we can get it cheaper, because your girl needs a discount. But let's move on to video editing. So the couple of apps that I use for video editing and that I would recommend is, number 1, iMovie. I think it's so simple. It's so user-friendly. However, it's only for iOS users. But it's definitely a great app, and it's a must-to-use, especially if you're doing like YouTube videos and things and you want something free and easy. Next, I would suggest InShot. Especially if you're doing Instagram Reels, TikToks, or whatever, InShot is definitely your friend, and it's so easy to get around the watermarking or whatever, so check out InShot. Next, I say use the TikTok app. TikTok app has built in so many dope features like the voiceovers and the different sound effects and things. It is so easy to just use the TikTok app. And if you want me to show you how to remove your TikTok watermark off of a video you upload to TikTok, let me know. I would definitely be glad to help you with that. The next app I have, and y'all gonna be like, Erica, why'd you put this in here? And I'm gonna be like, look, it's boomerang. Hear me out. I know that you can make boomerangs on your Instagram story. However, sometimes we tend to forget. But the boomerang app, they're so crisp. They can add just a little bit of spice to any type of feed or whatever, to any type of post. So I definitely recommend checking out the boomerang app. Now, all the apps that I've mentioned so far have been 100% free for video editing. However, you can pay for InShot, but I just say use the free one. It works just as well. Now, this one is a little pricey. It's $300, but that's it.
Huh?
And it's Final Cut Pro. A lot of video creators use Final Cut Pro, and it's a really great software, but there is a learning curve and it's expensive. So if you're just starting out, I say check out an iMovie or something else first and then move on to Final Cut Pro. But again, Final Cut Pro is only for iOS devices. If you're looking for a more expensive but can do everything type of video editing app, then maybe you should check out like Adobe. So next is posting graphics. So we all know that content looks a little bit different now. There's no longer just picture video, that's it. People are posting quotes, different tweet pics, different graphs, just different types of things. And so the best apps I find to create those is, we all know the number one fave that we all love is Canva. Canva is bomb. I actually pay for Canva. Canva it just makes everything so simple. So simple. Now, number two, which is my second favorite, and honestly, it bounces from first to second all the time, is Photoshop. Photoshop does have a large learning curve, and you have to pay for Photoshop. I pay $10 a month for Photoshop, but I pay $13 a month for Canva. So honestly, and I feel like you can do 10 times more on Photoshop, but Canva is just so much more user-friendly. And Canva does have a free version. Photoshop doesn't, not from what I know. But Photoshop is dope. If you're willing to learn and you want to go the extra mile with your content, then I would definitely recommend checking out Photoshop. Number three is PicMonkey. I used to use PicMonkey back in the day, but people are really still using PicMonkey, especially those who don't pay for Canva, because PicMonkey has some free features that you can use, and then you download from PicMonkey and upload to Canva, and you can still make bomb Canva graphics. So definitely check out PicMonkey, especially if you're not trying to pay for Canva. For all my people that have like theme pages or want to add a funny touch, I would recommend using Meme Buddy. That's what I use to make all my memes. Now, I don't post memes on my platforms, at least not yet. That might be something. Let me know if y'all are interested in meme pages. But memes are great posts, and they're great filler posts for your feed that you can also provide value with in the caption. So definitely check out Meme Buddy if you're into posting memes or something for your business in your social media feed. Now, you haven't thumbs up this video already. What you doing? I need to know why. Go on and do it. I'll wait. Also, comment down below and let me know if you want a video on the best apps for your Instagram stories, because we would be here all day if I was trying to go into all the apps that I use for Instagram stories. You have this bomb content, and if you're doing it right, you're batching this content ahead of time. So what's next is you have to schedule your feed. Also, you want to plan out your feed and see when you're going to schedule what with what. Here's the apps that I recommend and that I use for that. First, I recommend Preview. That's the app I personally use currently to see what my Instagram feed is going to look like before I post anything. I upload it into Preview. I move things around. Oh, this looks better if I put it right here, and things like I try to build a whole aesthetic. Now, recently I've been letting that go, but I'm gonna bring it back because it's just, I don't know, something about an aesthetically pleasing feed. Now, what you'll see everybody using is Later. Later is a great app for planning and scheduling as well. Later has some great tools, especially when you actually pay for Later. However, I wasn't ready to pay for another subscription, so after my 30-day free trial, I left Later alone. But I would definitely recommend trying out Later, especially if you're willing to spend that $9 a month. Then Later will definitely work for you, because Later is a great app. And they do have a free version that you can still get some great tools with, but I just prefer Preview when it comes to the free version. Also, what I think people tend to forget when it comes to scheduling your posts and things, just using the Instagram app and saving your posts as drafts. It's so easy to do. It's one app. You don't have to download anything else. So if you just upload your photos, type in your caption, and then back, save as draft, you're perfect. And whenever you're ready to post a picture, all you gotta do is click on that photo, post. Click on that photo, post. Now, here's another one that people don't think about, and honestly, I understand why, because up until recently, it didn't even work for me personally, is Instagram's Creator Studio. If you go on a desktop computer, you can go to like Facebook's Creator Studio and connect your Facebook and your Instagram page if you have a business or a creator account, and you can literally schedule your post. It's 100% free, so then you don't have to worry about any any type of getting your accounts deleted or anything, because it's from the Instagram app itself. Like, the creators of Instagram put out this creator studio for you to schedule your posts. Now, up until recently, that wasn't working for me, but now they fixed it, and it seems like since August or September, it's been good to go. So I definitely would recommend you checking that out. So by no means do you need every app that I've mentioned in this video. However, I would say go through the different sections and pick 1 or 2 apps that you would like to try out and figure out which apps work best for you. Now, are you overdoing it on social media? Are you on too many platforms? Check out this video and figure out which platform is the best for you to be on for you and your business. And also, YouTube recommends that you try out watching this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.